Hey guys, so today we're going to be working on the legs. So thinking about, well, the whole body as always, but thinking about the strengthening the legs, lengthening them. Obviously, the effect will be working with the hips. So any tight or problem areas around the pelvis, obviously be careful. Don't go too deep. And as always, we need to be careful with the knees. So yeah, any cricking or clicking around the knees, try not to do repetitive joints, and obviously always don't go too deep into any squats or anywhere where we're sort of putting pressure around the knee joint. So do be careful. Hopefully I'll explain that during the class. But as always, we'll start in a nice comfortable sitting position. So letting the pelvis rest heavy, let your arms rest high onto the top of the thighs so that the elbows are drawing back. Squeeze your belly, lift your spine nice and tall all the way up to the ceiling. And gently close your eyes. And letting the breath be slow. And taking your time to connect in with the present moment. As easy as it is to focus on a million things, let's try and make it easier to focus on just one thing, our breath. Being here, listening to what your body needs. Thinking about slowing the breath down, noticing if you're sort of shifting to one side, maybe the front or the back or the left, just starting to find that middle point through the torso, through the pelvis, lifting gently up and up and up, shoulders sliding down away from your ears, elbows drawing in towards the ribs, squeezing your belly again, make sure the abdominals are gently engaged, the pelvis and the legs are softening. Take 3 more breaths, still listening and observing the body, any aches, any pain. And begin to use the exhalation to release, to switch off the muscles, to switch off the tension that we're holding. Be it today, I was going to say tomorrow, but who knows what tension we're holding tomorrow. Yesterday, last week, whatever's going on in your life, trying to breathe out that tension just a little bit here. And then gently release. Open your eyes, come round onto all fours, spreading your fingers, wrists below your shoulders, knees below your hips, and then just gently drawing nice big circles with the pelvis, just feeling into that stretch around the sides of the hips, the ITB and the TFL, sort of muscles that run around the outside of the thighs, often incredibly tight muscles. I'm just beginning to stretch those as we lean maybe just to one side and then the other. Coming back to the center, push your hips back onto your heels and really lengthen those hands away. Drop the head down and breathe here. Really enjoy that space coming in through the spine, so reach those fingertips just a little further away. Drop the head down. Deeper down to the ground. And then exhale, roll back up onto all fours. Gently, we'll draw circles with the left leg. So lift the knees high towards your chest, towards your elbow, out to the side and back, keeping the knee bent. Keep moving nice and gently so you're beginning to mobilize the joint. Squeeze your abdominals. Try and avoid leaning just into the right side, and we'll go the other way. Noticing if one direction feels easier or harder. And release. Swapping to the other side. Moving nice and gently. Really make those movements go to each and every corner. Opening around the pelvis. Keep your spine long, your neck long, and again going in reverse. Starting to feel the effect working on your pelvis and your legs has obviously on your glutes, on your abdominal muscles. Engage those areas and gently release. Bring your toes together, take your knees wide, and again reach the hands out in front of you, pushing the hips back, and again slowly dropping the head down to the ground. If it's comfortable and the neck is okay, you can rest on your jaw. If that doesn't feel comfortable for your neck or your throat or anything, then just release. And again, drop the forehead back down. Push the hips back, open across the chest. One more breath. And then gently release. Slowly roll back. Bring those knees just a little wider. And lift the spine nice and tall. Squeezing your abdominals, opening across the front of the chest. Just observing again how the legs, the pelvis are feeling. Starting to push onto the tops of your feet, feeling that nice stretch. Come into the feet, around the ankles. And then exhale, gently release. Lean forwards, bring those knees back together. Spread your fingers, turn onto your toes, come up into your first downward dog. So as always, stepping one heel down at a time. You may not straighten one leg completely, but you might find it easier if you're doing it one at a time. Either way, just easing the body into a nice stretch, lengthening the spine, letting go of the head. Squeeze your belly to your spine. Reach one heel down at a time. As always, making sure your knee is engaging as much as the back of your leg. So you're really engaging through the front of your leg to support the length coming in through the back. One more breath. And then draw both heels down. Let the head hang. Squeeze your belly. One last breath here. Lift your right leg all the way up and bring your right leg in front. Dropping your left knee down and your right knee will be in line with your ankle. Bring your hands in front of you. Look across the front of your body. Don't know if that makes sense, but anyway. Gently from here, let's warm the hips up a little. So we're going to start to straighten the leg. That might not be possible. So you might want to come up if you have blocks or books or a chair near you, something to support yourself a little higher. You can just come up onto the thigh or those supports and then start to straighten the leg. If it's more, if you can go deeper, stay with the hands down and then start to straighten this right leg. Open across the chest. Again, make sure you're not rounding the upper spine. Keep the chest open, the belly strong. Press into your big toe. Exhale, lunge deep, open across your chest. Squeeze your belly, really draw those shoulder blades back. And again, pull the hips back, lengthen, still have the big toe down, pressing down. If you want to take it further, you can start to walk the hands a little further and start to drop the head. But again, make sure you're not really rounding the neck or the shoulders. It might be better, as we're not that warm, to keep the chest open and look forwards. Exhale again, drop the hips this time, lift up onto your knees, draw your belly back, open across the chest. Press into both feet so you're not just leaning into one side of your leg. And again, this time, draw back and open the toes up to the ceiling so you feel that stretch come into your calves. Breathing, lengthening, squeeze your belly, one more breath. And again, press down. Lift the body up, rest onto your thighs, squeezing through the center of your body. One last time. Exhale, hands down, draw the leg back, open the toes up to the ceiling. Squeeze your belly, and again, walk those fingertips further, or again, stay nice and high, whatever works for you. And release. Press the feet down, press into your hands, come back to downward dog. One breath here. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left leg in front. Drop your right knee down. Press into both feet. And again, reach the fingertips down to the ground, opening across the chest, squeezing your belly. From here, gently, start to draw your left hip back, straightening. Again, it might be more comfortable to start higher up on your legs so you're supported on a block, on a chair, on your knee, whatever's working. Well, not on your knee, but on your thigh. Or keep your fingertips down. Open across the chest. Big toes want to kind of reach up. Push them down to the ground to engage all of the muscles from your toes, through your shins to the pelvis. Exhale, drop the pelvis forwards, lunge deep again. Open across the chest, press into the back foot as much as the front foot. Exhale, pushing, lengthening. 2 times with the feet down and then twice with the feet up. Really, again, take those hands further forwards if that's comfortable. Lengthen the chest. Belly hits the thigh first, then the chest, then the forehead. Exhale, lunge forwards. This time, lift up onto your thigh. Open across the chest, squeezing your belly. Exhale, hands down. This time lengthen your leg and reach the toes up towards the ceiling. Again, avoid twisting to one side, so keep leaning towards your left so you don't over twist. Open across the chest, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Keep the leg as straight as your legs will allow. And press the toes down, reach up, lengthen. One last time. Squeezing your belly, broaden across the front of your torso. And again, hands down, lift your toes, lengthen your legs, squeezing. 2 more breaths here. And then gently release. Feet down, hands down, come back to downward dog. Take a couple of breaths here. Make any movements you need to, letting go of the head, the neck, the shoulders, the heels, the hips. And then reach your right leg high. Step your right leg in front. This time, keep your knee lifted and push your left heel as far away as you can. Gently lift your body up to a high lunge, pelvis facing forwards, squeezing your belly. Arms all the way up. And then exhale. Start to straighten that front leg and see if you can push the back heel behind you. So right now I'm way too wide. So I'm going to shuffle and not fall over. I'm going to shuffle my... No balance today. I'm going to shuffle my back leg forwards and then straighten my leg. Arms are going to come back up and then I'm going to fold forward. So I might stop here. The important thing is to keep the spine straight. So again, my spine is arching a little, so I need to tuck the tailbone, straighten that spine a little more. If that's too much for your shoulders, bring your hands behind you, press into both feet, enjoy that stretch coming into your back calf. If you can take it further, we'll drop a little lower, or again as low as you can. But keep the spine in a straight line. If you're kind of arching, then come a little higher. Or if you're starting to round the spine to get down, again, come a little higher. Squeeze your belly, lengthen, press into both feet, engage through your legs, engage your thighs, and one more breath. From here, hands down, bring your left hand. I have no balance today, so this is going to be good. Maybe none of you have balance either. So we'll see how it goes. Bring your left hand onto the outer edge and bring your right hand onto the back of your spine and just come into a gentle twist. One more breath. Release. Come all the way back up and then fold down. Back to downward dog. Left leg high, left leg in front. Again, keep the right knee lifting, push your heel away and come up to a high lunge. Pelvis facing forwards, squeezing your abdominals, open across your chest. Raise your arms all the way up, press down through both feet, push your heel away, lengthen. The tendency is to let this back knee kind of bend and sag a little. Really try and push, 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 push. If anything, lift up a little higher and then you might find it easier. One last breath. From here, again, I'm way too wide, so I'm going to bring my hands down, I'm going to shuffle my foot a little closer, straighten my front leg, and push my heel down to the ground. The heel is going to want to lift off, but we want to stretch the calves, so the heels are pushing. My tailbone is going to tuck down, my belly is strong. Arms lifting, and I'm going to fold forward. Again, this might be enough. Stay here, or bring your arms back so you're opening your chest. If you can go further, drop a little lower. Pelvis staying square. Don't open to one side. Again, if you want to, take the arms back in front and drop lower, or as low as you feel you can. Keep your abdominals straight. Straight? No. Engaged. Spine straight, abdominals engaged. Arms out in front of you. One more breath. From here, push both heels down. Bring your hands onto the outer edge of your leg, your left leg. Press down through your big toe to root yourself in this position. Left hand onto your spine, twist, and look up towards the ceiling. Really keeping those shoulders. See, I told you I've got no balance. All I want to do is fall. Gently push down through your feet, squeeze your pelvis, and release. Come all the way up, and then all the way down. This time, bring your right foot to the front. Come into a forward fold. I'm just going to come into the middle of the mat. Grab hold of your elbows and gently just let the body hang. So, from here, swing round from right to left. Come back to the center, and again, just bend the knees as much or as little as you need to. And then, gently press down through your hands, lift your head and look forward. So, from here, we're going to straighten the left leg, we're going to bend the right. And then we're going to lift and twist up to the ceiling. Exhale, release. Straighten the right leg, bend the left leg, and lift the right arm up to the ceiling. Exhale, release. Straighten the left leg, bend the right leg, lift the left arm up. Exhale, release, up to the other side. Lengthen and straighten the left leg, bend the right knee, lift the right arm up. And release. Head down. Grab hold of your elbows. Take one last breath. And release. Bend your knees. Roll your spine all the way up to standing. Gently pressing into both of your feet, hip width apart. Press your palms together so you're really engaging, pushing the wrists down, the elbows up. So there's engagement coming through through and around the arm joints, opening across the chest. Head lifting tall. One more breath here. From here, press into your toes and lift your heels off the ground. Exhale, heels down. Inhale, heels up. Exhale, heels down. One more time. Inhale, heels up. This time hold and begin to bend your knees. Draw your knees towards your toes. Keep your spine lifting high, open across your chest and dropping all the way down. And now resting your pelvis down on towards your heels. Lift the heels even higher. Squeeze your belly. And then exhale, twisting round to the right. And then twisting round to the left. Coming back to the center. Slowly coming up. Keep those heels lifted. Keep lifting, 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 lifting. Keep heels lifting. And then exhale, heels down. And release. We'll do that again. This time, bring the toes together. So, toes and feet together. Lift your heels. Palms facing each other. Squeeze your knees, squeeze your thighs. And again, dropping all the way down. Nice and slowly. Open across your chest. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And release. Here. Keep pushing those heels towards your bum and the bum down towards your heels. Squeeze your pelvic floor, your abdominals. Open across your chest. One more breath. From here, we're going to lift just a little, and then we're going to push the heels down. We're going to reach the arms out in front and bring the arms across your right knee and lift your arm up towards the ceiling, twisting to look over your shoulder. Exhale, press those heels down, arms out in front and over to the other side. Lift your left arm up. Exhale. Gently release. Palms together, arms out in front. Press the elbows in. Press your hands in front of your chest. Lift all the way up, reaching your arms high. And release your hands down by your side. From here, stepping hip width apart. Gently pressing down through your feet. Lift your right leg off and bring your right knee in line with your pelvis. Flex your foot. Inhale, lift your knee, engage your abdominals. And release. Lift, release, lift, release, lift, hold. Bring your hands underneath your thighs and bring that knee as high as you can, opening across the chest. Exhale, gently start to reach your right leg as far away as you can. So if you can get it straight, work with it straight. If you need to drop it lower and then straighten it, work with that. You might find you need to sort of shift and change your position a little. Wherever you are, keep lifting, keep lengthening, keep straightening that leg. From here, keep the leg where it is, engage the thigh and then reach the hands down to the floor. Keep squeezing your belly, take one more breath. Release, right leg down, left leg up. Knee in line with the pelvis, flex your foot, squeeze your pelvis, squeeze your abdominals. Inhale, left knee high and down. Up and down. Up and down. One more time. Up. And hold here. Bring your hands underneath, lifting your leg as high as you can. Squeeze across the front of your belly. Open across your chest. Exhale. Lift and lengthen your leg out in front of you. Again, you may need to come a little lower and then you can straighten it. And it may not straighten completely. Just work with the level that your stretch can go to today. Keep lifting, keep lengthening, and then engage your thighs. Release your hands, open across the chest. Keep squeezing, keep lifting, keep lengthening, keep the balance. Press down through your feet, lift up through the center, and breathe. Lift a little higher, and release. Press your left leg down. Open across the front of your chest. Press down through your feet, closing your eyes. One breath here. Exhale, gently release, leaning into your left leg. Grab hold of your knee. Again, lift the knee as high as you can. Keep hold of your knee with your right hand. Take your left hand out, and we'll start to open the knee out to the side. Opening across the chest. Squeeze through your belly. Again, I want to fall, so allow yourself to fall. Keep lifting, keep lengthening, keep opening here. And then release. Bring your hand onto your knee the other side and twist across the front of your body. One more breath. And release. Come back to the center. We'll swap to the other side. Grab hold of your left knee with your left hand. Right hand and arm out for balance. Press down through your feet and take your left hip out to the side. Squeezing, lifting, lengthening, opening across the chest. Keep pressing down through that balancing foot. One more breath here. Keep lifting through the center of your body. Open that knee just a little further. And exhale. Bring the knee back. Swap your hands. Open across the chest and twist across the front of your body. One last breath. And release. Press down through both feet. Arms high. And exhale, release your hands down by your side. Relax your shoulders, palms facing forwards, closing your eyes. One breath. Exhale, gently soften. From here, bring your hands behind you. Press your hands onto your elbows. And again, step your right foot gently in front. Pressing down through both feet, opening across the chest. Keep the pelvis engaged, squeezing through your abdominals. And then gently lengthen forwards. The important thing is the pelvis is going to want to twist to one side because we're used to kind of working towards a triangle pose, but we want the pelvis facing forwards. Elbows and arms pushing into your spine to keep the chest nice and aligned. Knees and thighs engaging. Press through your back heel and engage so you're lengthening through the calves again. Open across the chest. Lift your toes off the floor. And then push your toes down. Lift your toes, push your toes down. One more time. Lift your toes, push your toes down. See if you can work a little further, folding down with the spine still lifting and lengthening. One last breath. And then release. Bring your hands down to the floor. Walk your hands forwards and lift your left leg off. So again, the hip wants to open to get the leg up high. The important thing is the pelvis is tucking down. So don't worry, the leg might just be here. In which case, and the leg is then straight, stay there. If you can take it further without the pelvis opening, take the leg a little higher. Toes pointing down towards the floor. Have a little look where your toes and your legs and your hips are. From here, this might be enough. Stay here. Press into your feet, lift through your thighs, engage your abdominals, open your chest. If you want to take it further, then keep reaching the feet away and lift your right arm, coming up into a twist. Again, no balance. So, from here, one more breath. Release. I'm not going to show you the full pose because I can't. And then again, drop your left leg down. Relax your head. Roll your spine all the way back up. Relax your neck and your shoulders, and we'll do that again. So, step your left leg forwards, or in my case, I'm going to take the right leg back. Pressing your hands into the spine behind you. Pressing down through both feet. Again, keep the pelvis facing forwards. Press down through your heels, down through your toes, open across the chest, squeeze the abdominals. Engage your thighs, engage your kneecaps. Don't twist and open to the right in order to get the pelvis a little lower. The pelvis lower? No, your chest lower. Staying here, squeeze your belly, lift your toes off the floor, push into the balls of your feet and the heels and toes down. Inhale, toes up, toes down. One more time, toes up, toes down. Lengthening here, one more breath, see if you can drop just a little lower. Keep engaging those thighs, keep pressing down through the feet. Exhale, bring your hands down to the floor, lifting, lengthening. Push into that back heel as much as the front. Roll your fingertips forwards, and again lift your right leg off the floor. Keep the right leg straight. Don't open the pelvis out to one side. Toes are pointing down to the floor. The leg might be really low, or it might start to go too high and bend. So keep your awareness on your alignment. Push your heels, squeeze your belly, open across your chest. Stay here, or if you want to take it further, press down through your balancing leg and lift your left arm up to the ceiling. Push your back heel away, squeezing your belly open across the chest. One more breath. And release. Hands down, right leg down, head hanging. Bend your knees, rolling all the way up. Reach your arms up. And then exhale. Release your hands down by your side. Pressing down through your feet. Just bounce your hips and your knees, shake your legs, shake your arms. Lifting nice and tall, palms facing forwards, closing your eyes. One last pose, and we'll do relaxation. Exhale, open your eyes. Gently lean into your left leg, one last balance. I've chosen a good day to do balancing. So let's see how this goes. Lift your right leg up. Bend your left knee, so you're sort of starting to sit down. Again, belly strong, spine long. Take your ankle and rest it across your thigh, so then you're sort of coming into a half balancing lotus position. So squeeze your abdominals, open across the pelvis. This might be enough, stay here. Press your hands together, open across your chest. Keep pressing into this foot that you're balancing on. If anything, have the big toes sort of pointing in. Gently stay here. If you want to take it further, start to bend the hips and bend forwards. Find a focus point in front of you. Pressing into your palms and then folding forward. So you're aiming to bring your elbows in line with your knees and your ankles. Open across the chest. Take one more breath here. Drop your pelvis a little lower and then release. Come all the way up. Release your hands, release your legs. We'll go to the other side. Press into your right foot. Lift your left leg up and begin to bend your left knee. Squeeze your belly. Bring your ankle and rest it across your thighs. So you're opening across the pelvis, pressing into your feet. Find that focus point in front of you. Squeeze your belly. Press your palms together and stay here. If you can work further, starting to open across the pelvis and dropping a little lower. Focus on the breath. Focus on that point in front of you. Squeeze your belly and again, maybe start to drop a little lower. Aiming to bring your elbows towards your knees. Push your hips back. Press down through your feet. Squeezing your belly. Engage your thighs. Dropping a little lower. One more breath. Woof. And release. There's always one worse side than the other. So gently shake it out. Shake the legs. Press down through your feet. Palms facing forwards. Closing your eyes. Exhaling, release. Let's do one last pose, one last sun salutation to get down to the floor. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, fold. Step both feet back to plank. Exhale, down. Inhale, up to Sphinx Cobra or Half Cobra. Exhale, downward dog. One breath, and release, dropping onto your knees, releasing back, coming down into a lying position. Bring your knees towards your chest, hug your knees gently. Any twists you need to do, take your arms out to the side, drop your knees to the right, twist your head to the left, and release. Come to the other side, knees to the left, head and eyes to the right. And again, back to the center. Knees to the chest. And gently releasing. Taking your legs away. Open across the chest. Bring your hands onto your belly. Close your eyes. Feeling into that little bit of work we've done with the whole body, with the breath, but also that focus we've done on the legs. Feeling into the feet, the toes, the shins, the calves and the ankles, the knees, the hamstrings and the quads, the attaching glutes and the pelvis. Slowly working your way from the base of the body all the way up through your torso, your arms, all the way to the top of your head. Reward your body with this time to wind down. Feel the effect of working with your breath, with the focus, with your balance. Observing those challenges. Just listening to the sound of your breath. Obviously, if you want to stay here longer, please do. If not, begin to wriggle your fingers and toes. Wrists and ankles, raise your arms over your head. Exhale, hug your knees to your chest. Rolling onto one side. Coming up to a comfortable sitting position. Letting the knees release, the spine lift tall. Your arms rest heavy. Closing your eyes and taking one breath to finish the session. Thank you, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the session. I hope you enjoyed watching me fall over and not have very good balance. But well, these days happen. Have a lovely rest of your day.